Hi, I here. This is a reading for the sign of Aries. We're going to pull two cards from the Thoth deck, and that's going to represent what energy is surrounding you right now. What's on the underside of the Thoth deck is going to be your general energy. We're then going to pull 9 cards from the huge tarot deck and turn those over one by one to see what story unfolds. The card on the bottom side of that deck is going to be the general theme of this reading. Then, once we've gotten an idea of what the general message or theme or story of this reading is going to be, we're going to look at one card from the shadow deck to see what is in your subconscious energy, and what's on the bottom of that deck is going to represent what you don't see coming. So let's just see what happens. Alright, so let's do a reading for the sign of Aries. So let's tune into our Aries energy. Let's see what messages we have today for the sign of Aries. So if that's your sun, your moon, your rising, however you identify with the energy of Aries, you can use that to help shape how you interpret this message. And if anything in this message does not resonate with you or doesn't seem to fit, don't try to force it. You can always check your other placements, or you can just stick around and see what's going on in the world of other Aries. But let us see what we have today, what messages we can get for our Aries watchers out there. So what is going on with you today, Aries? Let's see what we can learn or what we should maybe focus in on. What messages come through for the sign of Aries? Let's do one more solid shuffle. All right. Okay. So we're going to pull 2 cards from this deck here. 1, 2. And your general energy is the Magician. Nice. So somebody is creating something, tapping into your Mercury energy, maybe your ability to communicate or bring something into the world, but you are right now centered in this energy of the Magician or the Magus. So again, I'm feeling like you're probably feeling more creative than usual right now. Tapping in again to your ability to communicate the ideas that are held within your thoughts, but maybe are not manifesting in the real world. This is you taking that energy and trying to create those things and make those things a reality around you. So let's see what energy is surrounding you. We have the Queen of Cups and the Tower. So, interesting. So we've got some level of emotional nurturing here. Perhaps what is surrounding you is some sort of feeling of love or some sort of nurturing energy towards the people around you that you care about. But something about your sort of soft emotional inside, I think, is needing to perhaps be expressed. And maybe that's what the Magician is here for, is whatever this feeling is that is sort of swelling inside of you, this nice, almost motherly level of kindness that you want to put out into the world. I feel like that is surrounding you, and you're wanting to bring this into existence and not just be something that you're feeling on the inside. But here on the other side, we have a very different kind of energy, the Tower. So perhaps there is something that you care very deeply about and you want to nurture and grow. But with that perhaps comes some limitations or things that must be let go of or destroyed in order for you to be able to create whatever it is that is in your heart that you want to create. So that's the vibe I'm getting so far. Again, this is just the energy that's surrounding you. So you have this Queen of Cups energy of sort of nice emotional comfort and love that I'm feeling. And then over here we've got the Tower card representing some sort of infrastructural change that's going to have to occur, or some kind of adjustment that's going to have to be made, or this whatever is around you is going to sort of be left in some level of upheaval. And you're here in the middle trying to make sense of it, trying to create your world in the best way possible for you. So let's see what the huge tarot deck has to share with us. So this is my oldest tarot deck. I got this many years ago, before I actually learned how to read tarot cards. I just kind of enjoyed looking at the pictures at one point in time. but I got this when I was much younger in a voodoo shop in New Orleans, and it's a standard Rider-Waite style deck. I just like the sort of slight variation on the art. It's got a similar but different sort of tone to what you get in standard Rider-Waite decks. So let's see what messages it has for us today. We're going to pull 9 cards from this deck. So I think I'm going to get one more good shuffle in there, since this is going to tell us really the rest of the story of what's going on here. What are you creating, or what are you trying to bring into your world today, Aries? And what trouble is it causing around you? Okay, so as I said, we're going to pull 9 cards from this, and we'll turn these over little by little and see what story comes out. Okay, that feels good. All right, and the theme of this reading is the Hierophant. So, all right, so you're creating something. You are the mage here, and the theme's the Hierophant. So there's some sort of spiritual lesson to be learned here. Either you're tapping into something, or perhaps you're trying to figure out an answer to something that you want to create in your world. And perhaps you're looking to answers of something that is bigger than yourself to figure out how to create the world you want to live in. Because I see a certain amount of a desire to stay in this energy of the Queen of Cups, but try to get away from this energy of the Tower. These are two very extremely different energies on the other side of you. That one feels very welcoming, one feels very off-putting. So you in the middle trying to make sense of this, I feel like you're probably trying to tap into your higher spiritual side in order to do this, and maybe look to ancient wisdom, or at least wisdom of those who have been through similar types of situations, so you can figure out how you can, for your best interest, figure out the best path forward based on, what other people have seen before. So, all right, let's see what the story tells us with these cards here. So the Nine of Wands. So we begin with some kind of battle in progress. This is always representative to me as being the last leg of some major struggle that you're trying to get past. You typically will be victorious as long as you stick to the plan, or at least what you've been doing so far, but you're not done yet. There's still some final task that has to be accomplished. So whatever situation that you're finding yourself in, wedged between the Queen of Cups and the Tower, our story starts off with you kind of feeling like it's you against the world, is the vibe I'm getting so far. So let's see what it is that you are pushing back against. Maybe there's something that tells us why we have this sort of negative Tower energy sort of looming in front of us. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles. So I think the struggle here is a lack of understanding what the path needs to be. You are faced to the right, sort of in front of you. You can see what the character on the Nine of Wands is looking at, the Five of Pentacles, some kind of short-term struggle that you're going to have to get past, likely financial, or just like a logistical task that has to be overcome for you to accomplish whatever it is that you're trying to create. So again, I think you're fueled by a love of whatever it is you're trying to build or make, with this balanced in between this energy of how do I move forward without breaking my foundation and having everything crumble around me. And that's why here, this final task that starts this whole story, that character, as I say, he's looking at the Five of Pentacles and he's looking out for the things that he's going to have to overcome as he's trying to navigate whatever this situation is. And you can see behind him, in some sense in the back of his head, is the Seven of Cups. This is a card of illusions. So again, I feel like the issue here is understanding what the path forward needs to look like. You see the difficulties on one side of you, and you can feel the negative emotions and misleading feelings that are going to possibly cause you to falter in your ability to be able to make the right choice going forward. So I think this is why you're maybe tapping into the knowledge of higher forces or more experienced mentors that can help guide you through the difficulties you're trying to get past, so that whenever some Five of Pentacles setback is placed in front of you, you're not going to have to, worry about crashing your whole plan just because of one small sort of bump in the road. But that takes clarity, that takes knowledge of what you're doing and having a plan, because if you're just haphazardly hopping into this situation, then yeah, you're going to end up having this tower collapse around you. What I think you want to do is, in order to create a better life, you want to get out of this tower and align yourself closer with this loving, positive Queen of Cups energy over here. But you need to do that in a timely and wise fashion. Otherwise, this whole thing could come crumbling around you, and that's definitely what you want to avoid. So, let's see what other details we can get. The World and the Ten of Cups. Very nice energy right here. So yeah, I think the idea is, as I said, you're trying to avoid hitting these hurdles, or trying to hit these road bumps that are going to be just short-term hurdles to overcome with the Five of Pentacles, right? These are the obstacles you're trying to avoid, and you're being deceived by the Seven of Cups. But the goal, I think, is to upgrade your world and to find a sort of better place for you to stand as you're getting through this final task. I think what it is that the magician here is trying to create is a better version of yourself or the circumstances in which you live. So that's what this card here is representing, is that you're in this final battle of figuring out, how do I get past these last few tasks to accomplish what I need to do so I can upgrade and find the true happiness that you're really looking for. You want to move from the deceptive Seven of Cups into the fulfilling and dream life that comes with the Ten of Cups. You want to overcome these Five of Pentacles struggles and upgrade your entire world into something that you can feel both proud and comfortable living in. So it's clear that this, to me, is what your motivations are. You're looking to knowledge from the outside to accomplish this goal, because you know that there are misleading things in front of you, and there are things that can actually hurt you if you make the wrong step. So now let's see what's going on in the center of all of this is the Page of Wands. I think the Page of Wands should be thought of as being the same character that is here in the Nine of Wands card. This is you with this passion to get through whatever difficulties are being presented to you, and you've got the drive, but again, you don't quite have the know-how to fully understand how you're going to accomplish this task. So again, here the Page of Wands is looking over here at the Hierophant. I think the solution to your problems, whatever those problems are for you, is to seek outside help. If you go this alone, you need that one final wand to get to that completion from 9 to 10, but you're very much expressing to me a lack of clarity on how to accomplish that, so that you do not end up getting hurt by these short-term setbacks. There's deception here, and so you've got the passionate energy to dive in there and fight these things, but you need to be careful, because it seems like you don't really have the fully fleshed out plan to be able to accomplish this task. So again, you've got the fight, you've got the drive, you just need to make sure that you have the knowledge. And so far, I'm seeing the goal, I'm seeing the things you're afraid of, and I'm seeing the desire to fight, but I'm still not quite seeing you being able to tap into this Hierophant energy so that you can understand how to actually, with finesse and with strategy, use that passionate power that you're already channeling inside with the Page of Wands. So you've got the power. You just need to clean it up and make things a little bit sharper and tighter. Is kind of the vibe I'm getting. So let's see. Maybe hopefully we'll tap into that. So we've got a little air energy there, and the Chariot. Okay, there it is. So all right. So you've got this energy of the Page of Wands. You've got the spirit to want to jump in and fight without the knowledge of how to do that. The Knight of Swords is sort of the next step up. You're again even more ready to actually go into the conflict itself. You've got your armor on now. You're armed with some amount of knowledge. So again, I see the Page of Wands looking here at the Hierophant. So I think that after doing some investigation, some thinking, you're then going to be at a slightly better place with this Knight of Swords energy, but still not quite what I would like to see for you to be able to guarantee an avoidance of whatever this tower is that you're trying to get around. But at least this is not just the power. This is the energy of wanting to get into the fight. This is the energy that actually allows you to actually face head on the things that you know that you're going to have to deal with. So again, more finesse than what but not as much as what I would like. I'd like to be able to see a king of swords at some point, maybe pop in here. Really, what I would like to see is the queen of swords. I think that would be a nicer balance between the energy that you've got so far with a little bit more tact and awareness. The king can almost be a little bit cold and cruel. You know, a queen of swords would really what I'd like to see, but this is somewhere in the middle, so that's nice. Um, and to some degree, the chariot is also sort of representing this idea of this balance I'm trying to sort of express, because with the chariot, it's not just a card of movement and moving forward into something. I mean, it does represent that, but one of the key qualities that the chariot really requires is not that you're just moving forward for the sake of moving forward. I mean, a knight of wands or a knight of swords has that kind of energy. The chariot represents a more balanced uh, push forward, where these two different horses that are representing two different sides of yourself, those can veer off in different directions, and if that happens, then you're not going to be successful. And again, I see the general problem here is a desire to move towards the things that you care about, move away from the things that cause chaos and disruption in your life, and create a better world for yourself, but a lack of the knowledge of how to do that in the most efficient and clean way possible. So again, a lots of drive. I see what you're going for, and I see improvement. But again, this is really a story of, if you're going to be successful in whatever it is you're trying to create, it's going to be a matter of trying to refine your abilities as best as possible so that the thing that you create is going to look like how you imagine it in your head. If you just jump out and start trying to make something in the world, it's not guaranteed that it's going to go as well as you would like. So again, the chariot to me is representing, again, this idea of trying to balance the different parts of yourself so that you can be better empowered to be able to create or push back against whatever it is that you're trying to deal with in your life, trying to create that best world, that 10 of cups that you really want to get to, and upgrade the world around you. Being able to enjoy this energy of the Queen of Cups, creating that world is going to require you to take your passionate drive, but also some level of finesse to be able to accomplish it properly. So you want to integrate these two energies. And again, I would like to see a little bit more mature energy than just the page and the knight. But again, you've at least got the beginnings there. So listen to the people around you. They should be able to help you in accomplishing whatever it is you want to accomplish. And well, there it is. Remember, I had said I would like to see a little bit more mature energy from our court cards. We have the King of Swords that you can eventually become. So I think when you're in this energy of the Knight of Swords, this is a step in the right direction of trying to get clear in your mind what it is you want to create. Again, it's kind of nice that this Seven of Cups is opposite this Knight of Swords. The Seven of Cups is a card of illusion. The Knight of Swords is, and to some degree, I see the Knight of Swords as being a card of someone who is trying to carve out a path in front of them, trying to use their knowledge and their mental energy to be able to make in front of them something that they can have some level of control over. And then once the knight has carved it out, he can push forward with this chariot energy by bringing into balance those two extremes of this passionate power as well as this strategic thinking. And when you bring those things into balance, then you'll be able to upgrade your command over your thoughts. And with that command over your thoughts, you'll have a much better time trying to create as the magician, because you'll understand what it is you're trying to do and what it is you're trying to bring in the world, and you can do the best job possible trying to make that happen. So again, I see this as a story of listen to those who are wiser than you and use the passion that you have so that you can refine your thoughts, get more clarity in what it is you're trying to accomplish, and then you can get this Ten of Cups, this World card, and this Queen of Cups energy that is really fueling you forward, and you can be able to avoid any potential towers that could be coming down around you. Now, make sure, I mean, the tower usually represents something that is already around you that is going to need to give, Maybe the Tower is also the blockage keeping you from upgrading to the King of Swords and your ability to manifest the things you care about. So maybe that's what needs to come down, is a little bit of self-doubt about what it is you're trying to do or how you're going to do it. And again, I see with the Hierophant being the theme of the reading, learn from your past, learn from people who know more than you, look to experts, and let them guide you on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's see what's now going to go on with the shadow deck. Let's see what's in your subconscious energy. And let's see what you do not see coming. So what does Aries have in their subconscious? Let's get a good shuffle. Look at that, the Three of Cups hiding right there behind the Magician. Whatever you're creating, there should be some kind of nice celebration afterwards. You can enjoy the fruits of your labors with those loved ones and friends that you really care about. But you got to create it first. You got to do the work of the Magician, and that takes practice. And that's what this is all about, learning to refine your thoughts so that you can create the things that you really care about. Okay, so in your subconscious, you have the Ten of Spheres. So not only are you trying to find emotional completion, you're trying to find a way to build the life around you that is sustainable in the physical as well as emotional realm of your life. So this is wanting to build a good foundation. That's another reason to want to avoid dramatic tower experiences, so that you can bring into existence the life you want to live and not just have it for yourself, but share it for your loved ones as well. The Ten of Spheres is upgrading your own personal success to the level of projecting that into the world. So you're motivated not just out of joy for the sake of feeling good. You really want to make the world and the people around you have better lives as well. And what you don't see coming is the King of Swords right here in the middle. And I agree. I think the idea of this whole reading is that you are underestimating the power that you have, or you're unclear on how to tap into it because you've got the passion but not the refinement needed to make that power manifest the things you care about. And you can be the creator of your best life, but it takes practice, it takes reflection. You need to know what you want and you need to know how to do it. But if you put in that time, you will be able to accomplish that. Just, as I said, trust those around you that know more than you, and listen to their guidance with respect and with an open mind. And I think you'll be able to create a much better version of whatever you're experiencing right now. So I hope you enjoy that. That's all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. As always, like the video, leave a comment, share these videos if you enjoy them with anyone else that might also enjoy them, and you have a great rest of your day.